בוקר טוב.
You know, oh, I'm sorry. We're dedicating the shiur Leilui Nishmat. Deborah Feige bat Shmuel, Deborah bat Shmuel, Esther Rivka bat Abraham, Leah bat Yosef, and Monica bat Fanny. We started to say Mashiv Ruach Moed Geshem Rabbeinu. Thank you so much for coming. Abraham ben Arav Yehuda Ariel. Ariel. So Rabbi, big Chacham, this Rabbi, student of Rabbi Sharabi, the greatest Mechubad of Yerushalayim. Anyway, we started to say Mashiv Ruach Moed Geshem. According to the Halakha, even though we just started to mention it, but we don't say Barech Aleinu yet. We're not requesting for rain yet because it's not the season. In Israel, they're going to request for rain, next month, meaning Zayin Cheshvan. They're starting to requesting for rain. For us, it's going to be only in December, right? Around December. Anyway, but we are mentioning Mashiv Ruach Moed Geshem. The Gemara writes in Masechet Ta'anit, Gadol Yom HaGeshamim is so great the day of rains, greater, listen up, crazy, Mi Matan Torah, greater than receiving the Torah. What's going on over here? What are you trying exactly to compare? Rain, something that is so, normal, Baruch Hashem, and things are, it's greater than Matan Torah. And whoever learns Masechet Ta'anit is going to realize how many things it's written about the rain, for good and for bad as well. But there are moments the rain is a kilalah. Like we know the halakha, right? First night of Sukkot, if Parminan will rain, especially in Eretz Israel, it's a curse. It's not something good. And the question is, why are we giving so much importance to the rain? The Midrash writes that when God created the third day, the plants, the Midrash writes that the plants didn't grow. They stayed like at the beginning of growing, and they stay over there. How many days? Until Friday. Friday, says the Torah. Friday, what happened? Friday, Adam HaRishon saw how much we need rain in the world, and he prayed for rain, and yalla, we got some rain, Baruch Hashem. And the rain causes the plants to grow. Right? And the simple question is, 1 second. The rain is very important for the world. You remember Mitzrayim? Mitzrayim, they have rain or not? They don't have rain. Mitzrayim, they were able to maintain themselves not as a regular country, a regular country, but as the richest country in the world, only by having a river. So why the Torah is telling me that without the rain, it's impossible for the world to maintain? It's not true. If you give me rivers, it's enough. Now, but there is a secret behind this that I think it's so important for each one of us. Yeah. I'm going to give you a story first. I know you like stories. I'll give you a story.
If you let me say this story also.
No.
No, if you put it off.
Okay, after the thing, I will let you. So it says like this. I love it, Tzaddik. So it says like this. There was a great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yaakov Ganinsky. I told you a lot about him. Yaakov Ganinsky got saved from the Holocaust because he was sent to Siberia. Now the freezing cold in Siberia, there was a concentration camp in Siberia. They had barely what to wear and barely what to eat, but they survived. One of the wars in between Russia and Germany, Russia lost a lot of soldiers. And they were obligated to send whatever they had to the front line. So they took some soldiers that they had guarding in that camp, and they, they send them to the front line. What they're going to do with all the prisoners? So what they decide is to put them not so far away, some settlement it's called? Yeah, some places where people used to live, and to put all those prisoners in different houses, and to have some soldiers watching them very strictly. They had to work, they had to, they had a very strict schedule. So he was sent, and he was sent into a house of a Jew, so far from Judaism, nothing to do with him. He was a religious boy, and this guy was totally disconnected. He didn't find any job yet, so he was staying at least in the warm house of this guy. This guy used to work in a bakery. Now, to work in a bakery was because if you were able to steal a piece of bread, it was like you steal a bank. And sometimes the Baal Bayit used to do that, and he was coming back. Don't worry, he wasn't sharing even one small piece of the bread. But he didn't complain. The rabbi was young. He never complained. He said, Baruch Hashem, I have a warm place. Outside it's freezing cold. And when I'm talking about freezing cold, it's a real one. He said, Baruch Hashem. One day, the Baal Bayit comes back from his job. And he's happy. So happy. He opens up the door and he tells the young Yaakov Kalinsky, he tells him, you're a lucky guy. What lucky? I find you a job. One of the guys that used to work in the bakery, and his job was to pull oil to the machine. He was sent to the army. So I find you an easy job in the bakery, and so Yaakov Kalinsky tells him, I really want to thank you so much for thinking about me and everything. Thank you. But I'm not going to be able to take the job. The guy looked at him, such an angry face. You don't want to work? You trying to tell me that you want to stay without doing anything? He says, no. The opposite. The only problem is that if you go to work in that job, I will have to work on Shabbat, and I don't work on Shabbat. The guy gets so mad. He yelled at him, and he yelled at him so strongly that in a moment he told him, get out of my house right now. It was in the middle of the night. Have no choice. Freezing cold outside, snow, winds. Have no choice. He took his stuff and left. He says, Mina Shamayim, he was able to stay with the dog. The dog had a small house. And the dog knew him. He was able to sleep with the dog and to cover himself a little bit with the dog himself to survive that night. Next morning, he didn't know what to do. He went out and he started to look what to do. And he found someone that knew him from many years ago, also not religious. He saw him sad, he told him, what's going on, what's wrong? He told him the whole story. And then Rabbi Kalinsky says, you know what this guy told me? He told me, listen, I know you're religious and I'm not. Your world is a totally different world than mine. But one thing I want to tell you, my father used to tell me that every time that you want to buy, somebody comes to you and he tells you, do you mind to exchange my horse for your horse? Suspect it. Maybe his horse is not a good horse. Maybe not. You never know. But if the guy tells you, let's exchange my horse to your horse and I will even pay you more, never take the deal. But if the guy, if you see a good horse by someone, and you tell him, listen, can I buy your horse? And he tells you, I'm not going to sell it. and you're trying to offer him more money, and he's not ready to sell it, be sure, this horse is an amazing one. So I want to tell you something. According to what he told me, if you were ready to give so much for your Shabbat, that means that your Shabbat is so special. That means that Shabbat have something special that nothing else can buy it. He says, you know what I understood from here? That when a person is connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at the end of the day, he's going to get the beracha. He says, look at me today. He passed away a few years ago. He passed away at the age very old. I don't know if you have over maybe 100 regular children. Baruch Hashem, he had a huge family. Parnasa b'shefa. All what he asked, he had it. He says, and I'm sure that all this came only because I was ready to trust in the one that told me to keep up Shabbat. You know why the rain is so special? Bigger than the Korbanot maybe, and bigger than Matan Torah. Very simple. Because the rain is the only connection that we have to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rain is Parnasah. The only connection that we have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu to understand that every single thing that happened in my life comes straight from Him. And that's why, you know what's so special about Eretz Yisrael, says the Gemara. Because Eretz Yisrael, Nimtar HaShamayim, Shtei Mayim. Meaning, all the countries in the world, they have a nature. Whenever it's winter, it rains. Whenever it's summer, it doesn't rain. Miami is the opposite, it doesn't matter. But Eretz Yisrael no, doesn't work like that. Eretz Yisrael is depending on our actions. You're doing whatever HaKadosh Baruch Hu requests from us, there is rain. You're not doing, there is no rain. Say HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I didn't give fruits and trees to the world until Adam HaRishon understood how important is the rain, that he have to pray for it. That he have to remember that there is a connection in between us and Borei Olam. Rabotai, that's exactly the message. To understand how much we depend on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is what the Pasuk writes, Ainei Hashem Elokecha ba merashit hashana lacharit shana. The land of Israel, God is watching it constantly. Only Him. All the rest of the countries is having angels that are maintaining that. But Eretz Yisrael, Ainei Hashem Elokecha ba. Borei Olam is the only one. Am Yisrael are behaving good, Yallah, Nimtar HaShamayim. You're going to have rain, beracha. Am Yisrael is not behaving, no problem. Kadosh Baruch Hu wants our connection. No rain, pray for it. Do teshuvah. Get closer. You're going to get closer, you're going to get the better. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ואמן. רבי יחד נהיה בן משה אומר, צעק לו, ברוך הוא זכות ישראל לפיכך קיבל להם תורה מצות שם ימד. אדוני יחפש למען צדקו, לא קדיש. חסר הראש.